What's up, YouTube? It's another Yap session with Reggie. I want to start off with saying I love y'all, and I love all the support, and I'm thankful that God has blessed me with a platform to be able to make videos like this where I just talk to y'all and just yap a little bit. Because today, had a playoff game. We lost, unfortunately, but it was a great game. I had an efficient 15. I think I had like 5 assists, probably like 6 or 7 rebounds. And I will say, I didn't leave nothing out there. Played the whole game except like 2 minutes. And during the 2 minutes I didn't play, I was hyping my teammates up. And after we lost, I want to explain kind of what happened. The game winding down, we down 13. And I was telling them, like, we got to press. It's 2 minutes drill. We got to press. We got to get aggressive because I realized they couldn't really handle on-ball pressure that much. But we weren't pressing the whole game. I was trying to get them to press. They weren't trying to press earlier. But this time they realized the urgency. We start pressing, turnover, layup. Come back. Now I think it was a 5-point game. And we had fouled them. They had the line. And I wasn't even going in the box because I was like, bro, we need a 3. Like, we got to hit a 3 to get back in this. Like, because you can make the layups, but we got to foul them at this point. So it's like we needed a 3. So I'm out the box. I'm literally just down the line. I told our big Cam, I'm like, as soon as you get the rebound, just hit me. It's going up. I'm not going to miss. That's what I told him. Hey, shout out to Cam because, kid you not, get the rebound. Bro, get the rebound. He hit me. One dribble from half. Pull that jump. 1-2. Bucket. Straight net. Didn't touch nothing. Now I'm like, we in it. Back to it. Now we foul again. He missed again. Now we get the ball. This is where we kind of messed up again. Because I'm telling them, like, hey, I'm like, hey, we got to advance the ball because if you ever play basketball, like, you know that late game, you got to advance the ball past half court. Then call the timeout so you start in a half court set. But we did it a little early. They got a little antsy. They called it a little early. And I'm like, yo, now we got to push the ball up the court. But we had 16 seconds. So I was like, that's plenty of time. We could. So inbound it. I get it. I come down the court. And Duke comes set me the screen. But he fall. I was like, okay, it's whatever. So I just keep playing off it. I behind the back. And I remember Duke reach. I snatched back. Talking about, bro, took a knee. Went and laid that jump. I was like, okay. So now it's tie game. My first thing is I'm screaming, get back, because we got to get back here. Safe to say, bro, beat the 2 on the other side, the 3 on the other side for a layup. And we lose the game like that. When I tell y'all I was sick. And this is why I wanted to, like, I'm telling y'all this story. Because, not to, like, brag or nothing, but because at that moment, I was so angry and sad because it's like we got knocked out the playoffs that it almost made me lose my joy. But I realized now that I have joy in the Lord that there's nothing to worry about. I started thinking about, like, God started reminding me about everything that happened today. Today I worked 9 hours between my jobs, you know. I had 9 hours of pay secured. Worked out this morning. And it showed because for the first time, I will say, that whole game, I was not tired. Like, you know, you're going to sweat. You're going to be like, I'm a little natural tired. But it wasn't to the point where I was like, damn, I need to sub. Nah, I was good. And it shows, like, the work's always going to show. And I just think about it. I scored our last 5 straight. That's progress. It's like every day I pray that God just allows me to get better and everything. Like, I prayed before the game. I was just like, God, allow me to play to my best and get better today. Allow me to try to lead my team to victory. Because God not going to sway a game your way, you know. He going to allow you to play the best. And at the end of the day, the best man going to win, you know. Best man or woman, you know. And it just made me realize that there's nothing to be sad about. Like, in the loss, you learn too. And I didn't even record this one because I came from work to go to that game. And it's just crazy because I think about, like, the stuff that was hitting that game were clip worthy. Whole game, I'm not gonna lie, my 3-ball was not falling. I think I went 0 for 3 during the game. But when it was clutch time, I didn't miss. I didn't miss. Talking about shot that 3, bucket. Layup, bucket. I was still hitting my mid-ranges. Like, that's one thing I will say this game. I was getting to my mid-range wherever I wanted, and I was hitting it. So I was happy with that, too. Driving and the mid-range was on fire today. 3 didn't start off good, but we ended nice, you know. Hit it when it matters, so I'm thankful for that. But I say all this to say, trust God. Don't worry about the little things. Like, Satan will remind you of things that go wrong, but you got to remind Satan of his future. One, he already going to hell. Like, he lost. Jesus already won. But you got to also remind him that God does so much good. And when we are let ourselves be, like, taking, like, our thoughts, when you take your thoughts captive from the enemy and hold them to the power of Jesus and realize that Jesus makes a way when there is no way, it's nothing to worry about. And that was what God was putting on my heart to just tell y'all, like, don't fear. Do not be afraid of anything. Do not let anything stress you out. Do not let anything make you anxious, because those things don't come from God. So who are they coming from? The enemy. So why are you going to let the enemy win? Trust God today. Realize that God is faithful and true, and he will never let you down. So God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and trust God. Don't worry about nothing. Let God do his thing. God bless y'all.